Our ROBOCON Tampa Bay 2013 coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. From Microsoft Office to the Surface Pro 2, from your classic Xbox 360 games to the all-new Xbox One, the Microsoft Store has it all. Whether you're a student, small business, or developer, go get your favorite gadget now at f5live.tv/Microsoft.
A lot. Gonna have you come this way just a little bit because that chair is starting to fall out of the frame. Now, we've got somebody else here who is actively involved in the organization. This is also partly responsible for us being here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, my name is Irv Cohen. I am chairman of the board of Learning is for Everyone that has been responsible for putting on this great ROBOCON today. And I'm also involved with FIRST organization in Florida.
Irv is the person we made mention of while Terry was on a little while ago. He's also a good friend and partner of ours directly, so it's good to have you on the show.
Indeed.
Yes, my passion is in seeing Tampa Bay and the state, retain quality firms and have high-tech workers here, and the kids are where it starts. It's the whole ecosystem. It's making learning fun, but it's also giving the kids an outlet and making sure that they will stay here in the future as we help entrepreneurial firms develop and maintain their presence in the Tampa Bay area. So we're very much involved in many different efforts around that. We're working with the city. We're working with the county. We're putting in our great effort in the library, which makes this a year-round project. We'll have a ROBOCON place where the kids can come and do their thing year-round. So we're very excited about this, and this is just the beginning. We're going to build off of this, and we're going to see many more of these events in the future. It's all about exposing such a great organization, to the community, to make sure people are aware that we should celebrate our kids and celebrate the future. And this energy level and the intellects, this is the future not just of the region, but of our country to compete in the world.
We were actually just having a very similar conversation to that with Joel, who came up in the program. It literally changed his life. He thought he was planning on dropping out of high school his sophomore year. He found FIRST. It totally changed who he was. And now, having graduated, he now is part of the AmeriCorps and is an outreach person for FIRST. It's so cool.
It's all about finding your passion. I also serve on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters. And yesterday I had the head of the agency here, and the whole idea is, now they may not be the same quality of kids that you see here today, but one of them may come and find their passion.
Right.
If we just expose them to it.
Right.
I have a little brother, for example, not great in school, and I ask him, how you doing? And I don't like science, he tells me, right? But then I hear from his grandmother he rebuilt the carburetor. So in school they already said he's not good, but if he got exposed to something like this, I guarantee you he'd find his passion.
Right, he'd love science.
And this may be the next Mark Zuckerberg comes out of.
You never know.
You never know. And even if it's not that, it makes it gives them self-esteem.
Right.
And it makes them feel important, and makes them, and they develop a whole social network around it.
Right. Absolutely.
You know how it works. It's great.
We were speaking to Kelly from NASA earlier, and she was saying that she didn't expect to be an engineer. She was a dancer.
A ballerina.
She thought she was going to be a professional dancer, and she became an engineer and now works on propulsion systems for NASA. You never know what's going to change who you are.
And you heard the young lady yesterday speak, even if you're not into the engineering side of it. You get to present, you get to raise, you get to put a plan together.
Yep.
You get to meet people.
There's strategy. There's cheering. I mean,
the energy level here is, in fact, it's unbelievable.
The Ninjineers, who it looks like we're going to be speaking to next after you, they've got a cheer team that is ridiculous back here.
They've been going nonstop for 36 hours. I don't know what's happening.
I believe they might all have caffeine IVs. It's the only thing that makes sense. They don't stop moving. Even if you're not an engineer, FIRST has something really for everybody.
Well, it just fits so many good things in our society come together on that. Competing on the whole STEM level. People talk about it. Our organization, Terry and myself, we don't just talk, we do. It's all, if more people wouldn't just complain, but don't complain, do something about it.
Right.
And this is one of the most perfect things. Dean Kamen came up with this 15, 20 years ago. He's built a great organization. We're now carrying it forward. You know, the regionals are in Orlando in March or April.
March.
Take this 10 times this. You wouldn't believe what goes on there.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
anybody
insane.
wants to see something, and we're going to bring the regionals to Tampa Bay. That's our goal, you know, in the next couple of years.
Well,
and then ultimately the World Championships, which are held in St. Louis right now. 40,000 people descend on the city. Multiply, you could just imagine what goes on.
We were actually talking with somebody earlier about how we could repurpose the Ice Palace and that whole area to do Worlds here in Tampa.
We're talking about it.
Now, what got you involved? What made you start with FIRST, and how did you kind of get to where you are now with the organization?
Well, as I said, I've always been involved with, I believe a society to be successful has got to worry about the entire ecosystem from paying attention to the kids, because the kids are the future, and giving them the ability to express themselves and to learn. I've been interested in the entrepreneurs. I've been interested in helping small businesses grow and develop, and it's all part of the same continuum. It's the cradle to grave. You know, if you don't have the kids coming through, and with the energy level and wanting to learn and wanting to be part of it, you know, it's all about the workforce.
Right.
We have the workforce. You can see that this is the future high-tech workforce sitting right here.
Oh yeah.
The idea is now, part of my job is to help develop the companies and keep them here. And working with Commissioner Sharp and getting programs around and working with the state to make sure that these companies develop here and stay here and get the funding for these companies to be here. So I'm involved. I spent most of my career on Wall Street. This is my part of giving back to make sure that we have that ability to put our funding into places that are good like this and are good for companies to develop, to have the capital to sustain and maintain their development here in the Tampa Bay area.
Sure.
And I just got back from Nashville on a trip with the Tampa Chamber of Commerce, and when you see the entrepreneurial center that they built there, it's phenomenal. We must do something like that here in Tampa Bay, and that's what this is all about. This is part of it. It's all part of the ecosystem.
It's a very good, noble and commendable thing that you're doing. I've heard, you know, from some of our people off camera to Scott, there's just wonderful things about you, and I'm glad we're able to sit down and talk about, you know,
well, it's not just me, it's a team. It's everybody.
Yes.
This is a team effort, and we want to expand to the team. We're open to volunteers. We're open to people that want to be involved, and we're open to new ideas. This is a team effort that's going to make this successful.
So to that end, if people want to get involved, how can they get a hold of you or somebody to help them get started?
Well, through Learning is for Everyone. That's the parent organization that's putting this on. We have a website. Just go on and say that you're interested in being involved, and come right in.
Fantastic. Now, the important question. You've seen the robots out here on the field. What's the craziest thing you've seen one do?
I like when they flip over when they go up the hill left.
That has been the general consensus so far is Smash's robot that flips as it goes up. It is pretty incredible.
The Spider-Man of robots. I don't understand how it happens.
It really is. The really clever ways they take the rule set and figure out how to play to it is wonderful. I love it.
Okay.
Well, Irv, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Okay, great job you guys are doing here.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Irv Cohen, everybody. This is...
Irv's one of my favorite people
How many
in Tampa.
times am I going to say it in the 2-hour broadcast? This is what it's all about, this grassroots effort to keep technology moving forward. Not only that, but giving children something to do and giving them a future.
Absolutely.
And that's just crazy, and it's important to do. I'm so glad we're able to be a part of it on this side of things. I may not be building a robot, but I am sure helping bring exposure to the effort, and I like that we're able to do that.
Absolutely. And